Sam's got the floor. He's ready to rock. He was ready to rock. He's taking a hesitation moment. Oh, yes! He moved the mouse.
All right. How many people have gone somewhere where one little step would pretty much kill you? All right. I know you have because of the heights. This is actually one of the signs that we see when we're in Tennessee. We've gone there the past 6 spring breaks in a row. And when you're hiking on those mountains, just one small thing can really kill you. And there's some of the pictures that we've taken from when we were there. We've hiked to a lot of waterfalls. We've probably hiked to about 20 in all. Some of the hikes are probably a mile. Some of them, we've gone on one that's 13 miles round trip. Our whole family likes it, except for my sister. She complains the whole way there and back. And yeah, she's about the only one that doesn't like it. That's just one of the waterfalls, and then over there is one of the trees that's really old. There was probably 10 of those on the hike that we went on. That's the only hike that we've seen those on. That was pretty cool, standing up next to it and seeing how big those really are. And up in the top corner, there's a picture of an Appalachian Trail sign. Anybody that doesn't know that, it goes from Georgia to Maine. And it's actually 2,175 miles long. And someday, me and my dad are actually hoping to hike the whole thing, which would take probably about 4 months. You just pretty much have to drop everything and go and do that. So we think that'd be pretty cool. And this is about one of the only pictures I could find of our whole family. And it's right outside, and you can see Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And that's my sister Taylor, and my dad, and my mom, and my brother. Can't really see him, but. And then here's my brother Ben. He's 4.5. He's a big part of my life. Every day when I get home from school, he's the one that wants to play with me, and he says he misses me every day. And that's just him up at Lake Michigan, and then that's him this winter. And then this is actually his cat, Blob Blob.
What?
Blob Blob.
Okay.
Kind of named it after Caleb. He used to call Caleb Calabalob. And I don't know, it just kind of, he couldn't really talk very much, and Caleb used to come over quite a bit, so he'd say, hey, Calabalob's here. And when he wanted to name his cat, he named him Blob Blob. So. And this takes me to, we go up north a lot in camping. This is actually when we camp up at Music, and we camp up there quite a bit during the weekends. And then that's over at Lake Michigan, out on the pier. My mom's whole family lives up north, and so we go up there quite a bit, and they live like right by Lake Michigan. So Caleb's gone up there, as you can see, and we had just jumped off the pier. It was pretty cold, but that's always fun. And then running. Pretty much everybody knows that I'm a pretty big runner. Mizuno right here is the kind of shoe that I wear. Our whole cross team pretty much wears them, except for a few people, and we make fun of them. Mizuno's kind of helped me because I was always getting hurt, and those kind of helped me get through some of that. And then over here, that is Steve Prefontaine. Most people probably don't know him, but he is an awesome runner. He actually died when he was pretty young. He got in a car accident, but he had gone to the Olympics, and he's a pretty big inspiration. And I actually have some pictures from our women's state. This one's of when we were at the school. And this one's of our band. I'll just pass those around. And then this, most people don't know that I read a lot. These are all James Patterson books. I've read pretty much every book that he has, except for the one that Jenna brought in yesterday. I think I've read that one, but he probably has close to 50-some books, and I've read every single one of them. But I just like those mystery books and all that. And I also like reading about World War II and Vietnam War and all that. And this is actually Band of Brothers. There's a movie set. There's about 5 movies that we have, and it's just about Easy Company, which is one of the big companies during World War II. And I actually have a book that's one of my favorite books I've read. It's called The Longest Winter. It's about the Battle of the Bulge, which was a huge storm. And it was just a huge battle, and this is a really good book that explains the whole thing. Then here's my room. I'm fairly neat. I don't really like when my room's out of order. When my sister comes in and messes it up, I get pretty mad. But there's my bed, and then I have a bunch of medals and pictures and stuff from Cross up there. And then I have my Xbox and TV over here, and I have a big A6 banner up on my wall, and there's a lot of Pistons stuff up on the walls because I'm a big Pistons fan. And I actually got one card signed by Corliss Williamson. He played for the Pistons for a while, and we were at the Pistons game one day, and he was signing autographs. So me and my sister went over, and we didn't think that we'd be able to get an autograph, but we kind of cut in front of probably 30, 40 people. They probably weren't too happy, but when we got that, I was pretty happy. I was feeling kind of lightheaded. I just thought it was really cool that he actually signed something for us. And that's the end of that. My ups and downs, probably one of the biggest ups would be when we won state. And I ran at regionals, and usually when you run at regionals, you run at state. But Tyler Noble had his whole iron thing last year, and he ended up running at state for me. And I could have made a big deal about that and ran, but I didn't, because I thought it'd be better for the team if he ran. And if he wouldn't have ran, we wouldn't have won. And because of that, Cahoon gave me the coaches award last year,
Awesome.
which I thought was really cool. And yeah, that's me.
Well done, bud. Well done.